welcome all eSport NOSSCAR racing race fans to the Phoenix 100, race 2 of 25 here in season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Jordan Green in the 06 car is on the pole, and the green flag is out. The series is hosted on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition on the PlayStation 3 console, and looks like we already had some troubles back there. See if we can get a better view of it. It's Brian Keith Ellis in the 00 car getting spun. He makes contact with Caleb Lopez in the 95. Caleb almost saved it. He spins as well, exiting turn 1. Jordan Green, your leader. Matt Tetmier in the 3 car in second. Tyler McMurder trying to pass Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 42 car, easy for me to say, in third. Jeffrey's going to maintain the 3rd spot. That 42 car looking sharp, and it looked sharp all weekend long in practice. And now here comes Caitlin Lohr in the 48 car. Nice pass by her. She's going to get into the 4th position. She's not normally known for her NOSSCAR X2 Series program, more known for her NOSSCAR Thunder Cup and Milner Cup Series programs on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. Several top 5s there. But she's showing her stuff early here at the Phoenix 100. That's Frank Edwards in the 78 car running in 6th, just behind McMurder's 84. Jerry Ashley in the 15 in 7th. He's fighting though with Eddie Fikes. Eddie Fikes drives the 25 car running in 8th. Drivers in this race. Remember, no cautions called in the NOSSCAR X2 Series ever. So these drivers are trying to drive as careful but as fast as they possibly can. Matt Tetmier still showing the way here, your race leader. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 2nd. Caitlin Lohr up to 3rd. Tyler McMurder in the 4th position in the 84 car. Frank Edwards 5th. Jerry Ashley in 6th. Eddie Fikes in 7th. Oh, contact was made deep in the field. I think it was Marcus Walter Brown and another driver. Marcus Walter Brown in the 20 car. He won the Daytona 100 event to begin this season strong. However, some contact was made with a few drivers like Daniel Harmon and a couple of others. And it was a controversial win, but a win nevertheless. Hit the 2nd of his NOSSCAR X2 Series career. Comes into this race as the points leader. Getting a report that the reason why we don't see Jordan Green towards the front anymore, your pole sitter, is because he hit the inside wall entering turn 1. And that inside wall has been the death of many NOSSCAR eSport racing drivers, many victims in that area of the track. And we'll show you what we're talking about when we come down here this next time. That inside wall right there, it really, really sticks out. And sometimes drivers try to cut that corner too sharp and they make contact. We should also mention now, you just saw McMurder pass Caitlin Lohr for the 3rd position. McMurder hugging the yellow line a lot more than he usually does in turn 3 and 4. That allowed Caitlin to close the gap in. Matt Tetmier, though, your race leader in the 3 car, returning to the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Had a bit of a rough race at Daytona, finished 14th out of the 22 drivers, but here he is leading the race here at Phoenix. Oh, and never mind. He just hit the wall coming out of turn 4, and that was him spun to the inside, making contact with the inside wall, hard contact. So now put Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the race lead, with McMurder in 2nd and Caitlin Lohr running in 3rd. Eddie Fikes in the 25 car has put himself in the 4th position. And that's a tough break for Matt Tetmier in the 3. He very well might have been the fastest car here today at Phoenix, and Caitlin Lohr with a power move on the inside of the 7-time champ. Put her up to second place. This might be the best we've ever seen her run at Phoenix International Raceway on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition game. Caitlin Lohr has close to 100 starts in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, and she has 3 top 5 finishes and over 60 top 10s. She sits pretty high on the all-time top 10s list. And now Eddie Fikes in the 25 going to take the 3rd position away from Tyler McMurder. You can tell it's a bit of a new era of drivers here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series as we see Brian Keith Ellis in the 00 car make a pit stop for adjustments. It's a new era of drivers. You have Jeffrey Robinson Jr. leading the race, Caitlin Lohr in 2nd, Eddie Fikes in 3rd, Matt Tetmier led some laps, and it's been a long, long time since we've seen him. Tiger DePinto is finishing 14th in this race. He's already pulled off the racetrack. A lot of new drivers, a lot of new faces in the NOSSCAR eSport racing community. Trying to make their mark, perhaps win a trophy, or perhaps put their name on a large, fancy NOSSCAR trophy always located at the NOSSCAR headquarters. Caitlin Lohr trying to chase down Jeffrey Robinson Jr. See if we can watch that a little bit. Eddie Fikes is actually starting to reel in Caitlin Lohr a little bit. That'll be a battle for 2nd and 3rd. Those are the top 3 in front of Tyler McMurder. We're watching them. Bit of a healthy distance, a safe gap in between the top 4 right now. There's Jordan Green exiting pit road. The white 06 Chevy for Green Family Racing. Not the start to the season that he was looking for. Jordan Green had a rough go at Daytona, finishing 15th, and now here at Phoenix he finds himself behind the 8 ball early. We should also report that it's Jerry Ashley in the number 15 Toyota running in 5th place. He's pretty far behind the top 4 drivers, and now we see Eddie Fikes in the 25 making a pass on Caitlin Lohr, that being for 2nd place. And while all this is going on, while the 3-car battle for 2nd continues, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is driving away. Yeah, back to the running order update. Jerry Ashley in the 15, running in 5th. Frank Edwards in the 78 car, running in 6th. Marcus Walter Brown running in 7th. Brian Wiggins running in 8th. Daniel Harmon running in 9th. Caleb Lopez rounding out the top 10. Matt Tetmier in the 3 car, running in 11th, still trying to rally back from his turn 4 spin. Brian Keith Ellis has been on and off pit road. He runs in 12th, trying to make adjustments and repair the damage to his race machine. Jordan Green in the 06 car, currently scored in 13th, 2 laps down. And the drivers in 14th, 15th, and 16th are out of today's event here at Phoenix International Raceway, all caught up in crashes or experienced connection issues. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., your race leader. We're going to take a break from commentary and speed up the footage a little bit. You're watching NOSSCAR eSport Racing here on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition game. Pit stops have begun, by the way. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. has made a pit stop. Eddie Fikes has just made a pit stop. Caitlin Lohr now making a pit stop. McMurder staying out to get the bonus point for leading a lap. And here he comes down pit road. Several other cars on pit road, as you saw. Frank Edwards in the 78, Daniel Harmon in the 62. Both cars with heavy damage. There goes Frank. There goes Marcus Walter Brown exiting pit road. There goes Daniel Harmon's number 62 machine. And there goes McMurder in the 84. Caitlin Lohr and Eddie Fikes both went by McMurder, and that was both for position. After the green flag pit stops, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is your race leader. Caitlin Lohr in second, Eddie Fikes in third, Tyler McMurder in fourth, Jerry Ashley in fifth. Former winners here at Phoenix in the NOSSCAR X2 Series race that are in today's event are Frank Edwards in the 78, Tyler McMurder in the 84, and Jordan Green in the 06 car. And out of those three former winners at this track in this series, the driver running the highest is Tyler McMurder in fourth, and then you have Frank Edwards in sixth and Jordan Green in 13. And we have Jeffrey Robinson Jr. running in the lead. The top three drivers are looking for their very first NOSSCAR X2 Series win. Not just at Phoenix, but in the series in general. Now we see that Jeffrey Robinson Jr. had a very large gap on Caitlin Lohr in second place, but the gap is beginning to shrink. Twitch Whiskers pit, I believe, 1 lap later than Jeffrey Robinson Jr., so she has 1 lap fresher tires, but that's also why the gap was able to increase as much as it did, because Jeffrey Robinson Jr. had 1 lap fresher tires sooner and was able to get out there and increase the gap. Now we're kind of seeing it equalize a little bit. And now we're also seeing a battle for third and fourth form here, and that's going to be between Eddie Fikes in the 25, driving for RJ Motorsports, and for the 84, Tyler McMurder, sponsored by Pepsi, and driving for Timac Motorsports. We see just in front of them that Caitlin Lohr was able to clear the lapped car of Daniel Harmon, former NOSSCAR Thunder Cup Series champion Daniel Harmon. Not having the run that he was hoping for today here in the Phoenix 100. He had a great run at Daytona, Daniel Harmon did, finishing in third place after winning the pole and leading a handful of laps. Finishing third at Daytona in a wild 22-car event. It's an accomplishment in anybody's book, let me tell you. Speaking of third, Tyler McMurder just took third from Eddie Fikes. McMurder pit several laps after the front three runners, so those fresh tires starting to show a little bit. And a moment ago, we saw a glimpse of Jordan Green's 06 car. He is parked on the back straightaway in a safe zone, evidently having engine issues, and he is going to finish in 13th in this event. So 12 cars left on the racetrack, and the top 9 are currently scored on the lead lap. Daniel Harmon, the first car, 1 lap down, running in 10th. We just saw Brian Keith Ellis in the 00 car there. He is currently scored in 12th, 3 laps down. Involved in a couple on-track incidents. The battle for the lead is heating up between Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and Caitlin Lohr. Running in first and second, both drivers looking for their first X2 Series win. Oh, and just in front of McMurder here, Brian Keith Ellis made contact with Daniel Harmon, and then minor contact with the 84 of McMurder. And now Brian Keith Ellis goes down pit road, and he made some contact with the yellow buckets at the pit road entrance. And it looked like Brian Keith Ellis just got a little tight getting into the corner when he was on the inside of the 62 and drifted up into the side of him, and then got loose after. Came back down the track and made some contact with McMurder, and you see the yellow buckets have been kind of misplaced. Oh, and we have a big wreck on the front straightaway. We're going to have to rewind that to see who it was. It's Frank Edwards in the 78 with severe damage, along with Marcus Walter Brown. Heavy contact. Big crash with Frank Edwards and Marcus Walter Brown. And that drops Frank Edwards down to 11. 1 lap down. He's going to try to fire it back up and get it rolling again. Up front, Caitlin Lohr is all over the back bumper of Jeffrey Robinson Jr. There you see them battle for the lead. McMurder in third. Eddie Fikes running in fourth. Jerry Ashley running in fifth. And we should also let you know that the 3 car of Matt Tetmier, the pole sitter, is currently scored. Or excuse me, not the pole sitter rather, but the fastest car on the track, arguably, Matt Tetmier, the 3, is currently scored in the 7th position. He's recovering very nicely. Led some laps early in the going, made contact with the outside wall and spun, we would say, at about lap 11 of this event. Battle for the lead continues. Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Caitlin Lohr, Tyler McMurder about 2.5 seconds back. McMurder's been running inside the top 4 since the very beginning of the race, even through green flag pit stops. He just can't seem to run down the front runners. Caitlin Lohr made a nice pass on Tyler McMurder back on lap 3. And ever since then, she's been in front of the 84 car. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. made a pass on the 84 back on lap 2, we believe it was. And he's been in front of the 84 since. Jordan Green was the race leader when he had issues hitting the inside wall heading into turn 1. Matt Tetmier was the race leader right afterwards, and he had issues while leading the race, exiting turn 4, making contact with the outside wall. It's almost a bit of a jinx to be your race leader. And we just saw Frank Edwards in the 78 heel down pit road to repair the damage that he suffered during his incident a moment ago with Marcus Walter Brown. There goes Marcus Walter Brown to the pits. His paint job was unable to load for this race lobby, so all we see is the default black and red paint job. But we know it's him because it's the only car, it's the only paint job that didn't load. Drivers making green flag pit stops. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is going to surrender the race lead for the time being and make a pit stop. Caitlin Lohr leads a lap to get the bonus point. McMurder stays on the track for the time being. Oh, looks like Brian Keith Ellis didn't expect McMurder to be alongside him still. And took some evasive action, but brushed the wall doing so. McMurder lets Frank Edwards go. Frank has fresher tires. Caitlin Lohr goes down pit road. After leading a lap to get the bonus point, McMurder has already led a lap to get the bonus point, but he's thinking strategy, and he's going to stay out and lead a couple more. These are the final pit stops for these drivers. This is race 2 of 25 here in season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. It's the Phoenix 100 on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. Go to NOSSCAR.com and scroll to the bottom of the homepage to find details on how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR eSport driver. Sign up is free. Compete for trophies or your name on a gigantic custom NOSSCAR eSport racing trophy. Tyler McMurder surrenders the race lead. He's going to come down pit road. We should also mention that Jerry Ashley has been staying out a lap or two later than all of these leaders. And it's worth mentioning that he has gathered a bonus point for leading a lap as well. Just an update on Caleb Lopez in the 95 Napa Chevy. He was involved in a crash with Brian Keith Ellis on lap 1, but he has recovered into the top 10 since then. Currently scored in 9th before the cycle of green flag pit stops began. Now things are a little bit shuffled. We should also update you folks that Caitlin Lohr, after the green flag cycle of pit stops, is in front of Jeffrey Robinson Jr., but not by much. The gap is very slim, but nevertheless, the 48 is the leader. Caitlin Lohr, looking for her first win in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, looking for her first win in NOSSCAR eSport racing competition in general. She has over 150 starts across all 5 NOSSCAR eSport series that are hosted on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition video game. She has several top 5s and I would say easily over 100 top 10 finishes on her resume, but never a win. She's come close a few times and she's looking to capitalize on having a great run at Phoenix today. She's currently ahead of Jeffrey Robinson Jr., who is also currently looking for his first NOSSCAR eSport racing victory. The top 7 drivers are on the lead lap here at Phoenix International Raceway. Caitlin Lohr, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Tyler McMurder, Eddie Feist, Jerry Ashley, Matt Tetmier, Brian Wiggins. They are on the lead lap, those 7 drivers. First car 1 lap down, we believe anyways, is Caleb Lopez in 8th position. It's going to speed up the footage and get you closer to the battle for the lead because it is heating up. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. making it real interesting here. And we were wrong about the first car 1 lap down. First car 1 lap down is Marcus Walter Brown in the 20, currently scored in the 8th position. Caleb Lopez in the 95, currently scored in 9th. And we know this because Marcus just let the 2 leaders by. And it's about 2 car lengths separating Jeffrey Robinson Jr. from the back bumper of Caitlin Lohr, and it's going to get interesting here. They're going to hit all sorts of lap traffic before the end of the race as well. Now he's looking to the inside up there. The 2 cars that are in front of the red car there are battling for their first win in the NOSSCAR eSport racing competition. And no matter who wins, they both earned it and deserve it. Nobody slipped on a banana peel today. They both had solid runs, solid race cars, and did an excellent job all race long. Contact was made a little bit. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. takes the race lead from Caitlin Lohr. He slid up into her a tiny bit. Wasn't anything aggressive or harmful. Caitlin Lohr is still all over the back bumper of Jeffrey. And we have about 15 laps to go. Or excuse me, 10 laps to go. Caitlin Lohr underneath Jeffrey Robinson Jr. getting into turn 1. Everyone diving down to the inside of the dog leg here. Daniel Harmon is in front of the race leader. Former NOSSCAR Thunder Cup Series champion. You gotta believe that he will move out of the way to watch these two battle. We'll find out. They're gonna catch him before the end of the race. Caitlin Lohr on the inside of Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and she's on the outside now. Caitlin Lohr looking for momentum. The slingshot around the outside and she does it. Caitlin Lohr is in the lead. Caitlin Lohr takes the lead from Jeffrey Robinson Jr. She has 2 lap fresher tires than Jeffrey. Tyler McMurder has closed in from a 6-second gap with 4 or 5 lap fresher tires here. Can he win this race? It's a 3-car battle to win the Phoenix 100. Jordan Green still parked on the back straightaway. He has the best seat in the house. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in second. Caitlin Lohr, your race leader, both looking for their first NOSSCAR eSport racing win. McMurder locked him up a little bit getting into turn 1, trying to get second from Jeffrey. If he can clear the 42, he might have something for the 48. Daniel Harmon has the best seat in the house, actually. He's currently scored 2 laps down in 10th, but he's right behind the 3-car battle for the lead. Battle for the win. 2 laps to go. McMurder made a move on the inside of Jeffrey and it didn't work. He got into Jeffrey, but Jeffrey's got huge boost coming out of turn 2 rather. And oh, contact with the outside wall. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. overshot that part of the corner, the dog leg. I don't think he was expecting Caitlin Lohr to come up the track as high as she did, and he hits the wall. Coming out at turn 4, we're on the final lap here. Caitlin Lohr in the 48 is going to win the Phoenix 100. Second race of the season here in NOSSCAR X2 Series. Wow, unbelievable. Fantastic job. Get her first win of the season, first win of her career here in the NOSSCAR eSport racing community. And she deserved it. She drove her tail off, qualified 5th, was inside the top 5 all race long, led 14 laps en route to capturing what is her first win in the NOSSCAR B division. Tyler McMurder second. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. third. Matt Tetney, your fastest car on the track, recovers to 4th. Eddie Fikes in 5th. Jerry Ashley 6th. Brian Wiggins 7th. Marcus Walter Brown in 8th. Caleb Lopez 9th. Daniel Harmon rounding out the top 10 in this 16-car event. Congratulations to Caitlin Lohr and the entire Star Racing race team. She did it. Go to NOSSCAR.com, scroll to the bottom of the homepage to see details on how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR eSport race car driver. Free to sign up to compete for custom trophies and get your name written on a custom NOSSCAR trophy at the headquarters. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, folks. We certainly did. Catch us at Kansas for the Kansas 100. Subscribe to us on YouTube to catch all the future races. Once again, congratulations to Caitlin Lohr, capturing her first win, first female to win a NOSSCAR eSport race.